Hey everyone, welcome to Jojo's World.
Hello, good evening, good morning. God, I hope we get this over with very quickly. It's very warm.
Hot day in the Jojo's World studios, as I say at least, I'd say 3 times a year.
It's literally the day after the hottest day ever recorded in Perth.
And the longest stretch of over 40 degrees Celsius days recorded in Perth.
Woo! Love global warming.
We love the impending climate catastrophe. It's fun.
If there's one thing I want, it's for us to burn and suffer forever.
Is that why we were put here? Just to suffer?
God damn it, Miller.
I'm Liam S. Smith, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Nick Ballantyne, the other one of the co-hosts.
This is Jojo's World, our Jojo's Bizarre Adventure recap and discussion podcast, where today we are talking about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean, Episode 4, The Visitor, Part 2, or duh,
Part 2?
if you're nasty.
What about Part Dune? What about Part Dune?
You love Dune Part Dune, don't you, Nick?
Yeah,
Coming cinemas 2024, I assume.
Yeah, it's the one with the big Dune man. You know, the sandworm man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dune himself.
Dr. Dune.
At his computer.
This episode covers chapters 607 through 611 of the manga. A day that will live in infamy.
That's an odd amount of manga considering what happened in this episode.
Yeah, look, don't love this episode. Most of it's a hallucination that doesn't really matter. Like, Jolene still gets some cool moments and makes some cool decisions, but there's no real impact from them.
But at the same time, it's still fun. And we all enjoy it.
We all love to have fun here at JoJo's World.
If there's one thing we love, it's a good fun time. Unless it's with those damn JoJos.
Those damn dirty apes. Someone stole all my damn dirty apes.
Okay, so last night, I was with the boys, as I call them.
On the beers?
They were on the beers. I was not.
Okay.
Because I already was on the beers earlier, so I was like, I'm not going to have any more on the beers.
Nick, you're a responsible homeowner now.
Exactly.
Selfishly buying a house and interfering with our podcasting.
I'm a landed noble who no longer has access to his computer until I get more PowerPoints in the house.
Who is too busy putting his house together to play Monster Hunter Rise with Liam.
And this will all change come tonight, I hope.
Great, well, I'm out tonight.
Fuck!
Maybe tomorrow night too. But next time we're both home, we should hunt some monsters.
If there's one thing that we love, it's having fun.
That Mitsuzune is getting too big for its boots.
We need to help the ecology by killing it. So I was with
the boys.
The quote-unquote the boys.
Who were on, quote-unquote, the beers.
And we were watching the Scream movies.
Sure.
Right? So we'd already watched 1 and 2. We just finished 3 and 4. Right? I can't remember why I started telling this someone asked me about NFT. And he was just like, you know, the underlying technology is great. And I was like, absolutely, sure. He's like, yeah, but we just need to...
No, it's not.
Yeah, the technology, right? It's bullshit right now, right? Don't apply it to art. Don't apply it to ownership. We already have laws for that shit, right? Don't try to solve a problem that's already been fixed, right? Just use it for something that isn't nonsensical in every conceivable... Don't use it for something
Nick, the
that's going
emissions.
to scam... The what?
The emissions.
Yeah, no, you're right, yeah.
It's hot today.
It is
How
very
could you
hot
forget?
today. But it's like, if we just replace something with it, I'm sure it could be good. But everything we've seen of it so far is so much bullshit, right? Like, there's got to be something it can be used for.
That ape was my child's college fund.
And you
A real thing, someone said.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
No. Oh my fucking god. I hate NFTs so fucking much. They're so dumb. But someone was trying to convince me that they were a good idea. And it's like, no, they make sense. And I was like, no, they don't. It's just money laundering right now, and that's bad. And they were like, yeah, but like, maybe with
Don't
blockchain...
forget it's also a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, of course. And then don't forget that you also have the blockchain. And I was like, yeah, sure, but that only makes sense if, like, you apply it to something that's already been solved. And it's like, yeah, but what about like a cashless society? I'm like, yeah, like credit cards.
The blockchain
already-
is when I go through certain people on Twitter and I see everyone they're following and I block all of them, then I block the first person.
And then that person then blocks everyone they need to block. So you have a chain
They
reaction.
sure do,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Well, there's a chain reaction of blocking happening. So the chain of blocks creates the blockchain.
Lego.
And that's a ledger, right? It's all open to the public.
Why so serious? Ledger?
Oh, God. I blocked Joker's trick. Is that Joker's
Bloker's trick.
Bloker's... Oh, mate.
Mate,
you
you bloody want to know how I got these scars, mate.
Mate, I bought some bloody NFTs the other
Mate,
day.
I went down to... Nick dropped his phone in a very comical manner. I bloody went down to Society the other day.
And you know who's part of our society, Liam?
Who?
Our patrons.
Oh, great. We love them.
And today I am glad to put this patron on blast. Aditya Kumar. Don't know who you are, don't know where you're from. But if you're into blockchain technology, don't talk to me. I don't know if you are.
But if you're into blockchain technology, boy, do I have a bridge to sell you.
Yeah, and let me tell you, you can come to my house anytime you want. It's on 421 Joe Street.
Nick, breaking news.
Yeah?
Jojo English voice actor panel is live now. Jojo's Bizarre Podcast at JJB Pod tweets, "We're watching this."
Oh,
But we're not.
Yeah, fuck that.
We're talking about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, episode 4.
Why would we actively engage with the JoJo community
Never.
at any given time? That's disgusting.
Though I was chuffed to see recently that, of course, the Chip and Ironicus Jojo's podcast, Bizarre Podcast Dogs Must Die,
Of course.
for their, I think, 44th episode on Kira murdering Shigechi,
Classic.
chose a very similar episode name to us. Of course, we called it Shigechi's No Good Very Bad Day, and they called it Yoshikage Kira's No Good Very Bad Day.
Interesting.
Personally, I think getting exploded by a serial killer is a worse day, but I'm built different.
They're both bad days, Liam.
Nick, the reason I pulled up my Twitter is to shout out to yellow__house, who tweeted at us, Two Faces customized two-door.
Get the fuck out.
The official car for the podcast, he says, which is a car split down the middle. On one side, a yellow sedan. On the other side, a silver sedan with one of those headlights that pops up at the front. And he's saying, "Here's my customized two-door. How do you like it?" And Robin is saying, "It's too much."
Oh, god damn it. The puns.
The official car of the podcast. The two-door.
The two-door.
Of course, when you add up all those doors,
There's only one door.
yeah.
It's the driver's seat.
Yeah, it's the only one that matters.
Of which there's two, of course. It's a two-seater.
Well, really, if you count the boot as a door as well,
I
it's
would
kind of...
never count the boot as a door.
I just love, like...
Aditya Kumar, thank you for your contribution.
Thank you so much. I love how they never know what to do with Two-Face. Because everything interesting about him finishes when he becomes Two-Face and stops being Harvey Dent.
Well, it's
So
like...
they turn him into superpowered One-Face, they give him the two-door.
But like, having like the polar opposite. It's like, what's his name?
Dr. Deckle and Mr. Hyde.
No, Linkler from Rick and Morty, right? Where he's like...
Oh, Abradolf Linkler.
Yeah, where it's like he's a perfect dichotomy combined into one. It's just like, yeah. Except Two-Face isn't that.
No,
He's just...
he just kind of stops being
Yeah.
the good guy and becomes the bad guy.
Yeah, and he's all like, I'll just flip a coin. It's like, okay, but do you have a good side? Because it sounds
To
like
put
you
it
do.
into Dungeons and Dragons terms, he, I guess, alternates between chaotic evil and lawful evil.
Ah, classic. He's one face and then another face of the two faces.
Both of them are halves.
Yeah, but together they form
Two
one
cars.
character. Oh god. A two-door car.
Yeah.
But then he just becomes true neutral, right?
Two-door... Okay, shut up. Two-door is the name of my Decepticon OC.
Oh god damn it. So the official car of the podcast, Two Door, who's your Decepticon OC,
Yeah.
Do I have to make an Autobot 2-door and they come from the same part of that weird cube thing that they all born
Well,
from?
I don't really like the Transformers movies, so the Allspark's not really a big
big
consideration
like, piece of
in my brain. I'm really more into, of course, I've talked about it on the podcast, More Than Meets the Eye, the comic series about a bunch of losers flying through space and watching Back to the Future 2.
What if we were born from the same mother vehicle? The same...
It's not really how cars work.
No, hear me out. What if we're the same car, the same 2-door, but when we split off, we each become our own 2-door?
Well, see, what I was thinking... They've done that.
No,
What I was thinking is if we're both... I mean, obviously you're stealing my idea by being a 2-door as well.
Yeah, well, that's all... No, I always steal your
You will be
ideas.
hearing from my lawyers. But what I was thinking...
My
was
NFTs
that
are my NFTs.
I've got the left side of the yellow car.
Yeah.
You've got the right side of the yellow car. And I've got the right side of the silver car, and you've got the left side of the silver car.
So we have two.
So there was
two doors.
There was 2 cars built. They split them in half and then made 2 cars.
So we have two doors for 2 podcasters.
But they've got opposite sides.
But they've got opposite sides.
And they're on opposite sides. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Oh, so we each have a driver's seat. We each have the same
We
number.
each have an air conditioner.
Yeah. No, we each
Crucially.
have we each have half of each other's air conditioner, which is completely incompatible with the other car. And it's too much, you know? It's all too much.
Jojo's Bizarre Adventure.
We open
in prison.
Which
Of
is
course,
where our jokes
Nick
are going.
bought a house since the last episode, and the biggest house is prison.
Look, I can confirm, if you want to buy a house, it's definitely worth it compared to paying rent, but it's not worth it
compared to going to prison.
compared to not buying a house. 30 years of debt is a hell of a trip, let me tell you. Unless you decide, hey, I already have capital because I'm the worst and have money.
Me, I'm built different. I'm just going to win the lottery.
Man, that's the dream. That's the fuck. I am now at the point of being an adult where I can say that and it actually hits different. Ugh.
So they're in the prison visitation room.
Yes.
And they're all very upset because there's a little floaty spaceship stand that's going to shoot them from another building.
No, the spaceship stand just lets the guy shoot them.
Yeah, it's a little... We talked about this last time. It's a little floaty guy. It's got a couple of keys on the bottom. And he's in another building. And it detects the air currents to detect their position, and then he's going to shoot them. I feel like they spend it's a big room. They spend most of their time standing right next to the one door with a window in it.
Yeah, but even
They could just go into the other corner.
Yeah,
and,
but the wind current would still be there.
Yeah, but the bullets aren't.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. Yeah, they could just crouch slightly, unless it does that thing that we see later where it bounces off the stand.
But I still find it very hard to believe he's got a straight shot into the visitation room. Anyway, so they spend a long time. I think we can probably... We did just spend 15 minutes bullshitting, so we can probably speed through the whole hallucination element pretty quickly and still have a proper length podcast episode.
So here's the TLDR of what's going to go down.
So it's like, we've got to figure out... We've got to destroy the stand because we can't get to the stand user. So we've got to figure out how to solve it. And Jojo is like, never move, don't move. And Jolene's like, I'm absolutely gonna move.
But that's the one thing Jotaro said not to do. That's your father.
She shoots out... So we cut away to John Gallier for a bit. A guard walks past him and he's sitting in his cell with a cane. And then he immediately reassembles the cane into a high-powered sniper rifle.
And he's all like, air currents, they're real. But are they worth
Your
anything?
skin betrays you. When the wind touches the skin, the muscles contract as an involuntary reflex. They can't be trusted. Only the bones can be trusted. And I rest the bones of my arm upon this strong prison wall, such that I can believe in the power of my bullets.
Ding dong, question time. Why the fuck is he using bones? Why not just rest the gun on the wall?
Angle?
Oh, damn. Oh, damn, that's a good answer. All right, sure, I'll believe it.
Meteorologists. And who's he talking to?
I don't, he's talking to the fly!
He's recording his podcast.
Your skin betrays you.
Hi everyone, welcome to JoJo's World. I'm Liam S. Smith. Never forget, your skin betrays you. Snake.
It's me, Miller.
Your skin betrays you.
Wear sunscreen, Snake.
Don't worry, Snake. I think you can trust your skin. Bring it back on to Mother Base and we'll make it a diamond dog.
No, don't listen to him. Your skin can't be... Your skin can betray you. We shouldn't bring that shit back to base.
My skin didn't betray anyone. It was yours, Snake.
Don't listen to him. He's a traitor. He's a coward. He doesn't even have real skin. I bet if he was allowed to experiment on skin, he'd make some kind of Shagohod type beast. Well, then of course I would. It's the only way to be sure.
Oh, we do have fun.
I would love to see...
in conclusion, fuck Huey.
I would love to see an entire section of Metal Gear Solid 5 talking about skin that wasn't around quiet. And then just being like, well, I think we could use the skin. Wouldn't you agree, Snake? Look into this.
Can you get group cameos?
Group cameos?
Yeah. Because how much would it cost to pay
in
David
what sense?
David Hayter,
Okay.
Troy Baker,
Uh-huh.
guy who voices Miller, and guy who voices Otacon to do a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure podcast in character?
Hang on. So, okay. Here's the
I
thing.
didn't forget to read the listener correspondence, Snake. It was your job.
So, according to Troy Baker, if we buy an NFT...
Oh, was
from
that
his-
him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it was-
disappointing.
yeah, I know. So disappointing. If we buy an NFT from his whole bullshit thing...
Is that the AI research thing that was
I
using
don't know.
stolen AI voices anyway?
I don't care. It's all shit. If we buy that, we own him saying a voice line or something. So if we just
So we can put
bought-
it in any video game.
Yes. Yeah, apparently he was like, oh, you can buy it and then you own it. It's like, okay, cool. If I own it, right, can I just buy Troy Baker to do something for me, given that it's the same transaction anyway?
Yeah.
Like what already fucking exists?
Crypto bros have reinvented slavery.
Yeah.
like-
Except it's not. It
Well,
doesn't work.
It's like how every time, like tech, what do you call them? Those things with like tech jam, like game jams, but for tech solutions.
Oh,
Stuff.
hackathons and
Yeah.
shit? Yeah.
Every time they get one of those together to solve things like congestion
Yeah.
or transport emissions, they always just reinvent the bus.
Yes. And it's like, what if we put people on the same form of transport? And then Elon Musk is like, no.
I'm gonna
cars."
build a big tunnel that only I'm allowed to go in.
And then he's like, oh, but you can pay to go in it.
And there are no emergency exits.
And guess what
It's
happened?
not wide enough to open the car door.
Guess what happened? It got congested.
This podcast is becoming more and more like Trash Future or Bunta Vista every week.
Ugh. I love that on this podcast it's us just being like, everything's shit, but we get it.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Which is the problem.
Is the fly flying randomly? No, says the man in Washington. It's using the air. It's using your air currents.
You pay for aircon off your dime. But you know who feeds off that air current?
He does a thing that is cool, but is also maybe not real, and maybe this entirely unknown to Jolene cutaway is part of the hallucination.
We just don't know. We just don't know.
Where he drops the empty bullet casing on the fly with such perfect accuracy that it lands vertically on the floor.
On the fly.
Yeah, on the grass.
So I was there. I was ranting to myself with my own podcast. And I hear this fly. And so I track the air currents. And then I drop a bullet case on the fly.
And I don't see anything because I'm blind.
But you see, I've seen everything on the fly. Are you real right now? Or is this a hallucination?
Yes.
So we then see his vision, and it's very similar to Neo in The Matrix.
Yeah, it's just green scent lines and air movements.
And he's all like,
The descendant of the Joestars, Jolene C, is in the visitation room with her father, Jotaro K, in what?
Jolene C and Jotaro K.
Yeah, they spell them differently.
Huh. Weird, but okay.
Within range of my ability, Manhattan transfer.
Oh, I get that. That's a reference. I have no idea what to, but it's a
But I
reference.
assume from the pattern of this podcast that it's a reference.
It's a reference to some kind of music.
Jojo Vele commentary.
Here we go. What do you got to say on Manhattan reference?
Really hate that this new JoJo wiki doesn't seem to show the stand names for the commentaries, but designed to look like a sort of plant. There's a plant that looks like this and flies around. It grows in the tropics, so it's pretty large and fluffy. Then I modified it to seem more like a satellite or stealth fighter.
What? Yes, that looks like. Okay,
It does look like a sort of satellite.
It does look like sort of like a satellite or a stealth fighter, but at the same time, no, not what. Why does it have keys on it? Why does it have keys? Like what?
Because it's designed to look like a sort of plant, okay?
Oh, but why?
There's a plant that looks like that. It grows in the tropics.
Oh, with the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The keenest flytrap.
The keenest. If you come close enough and try to like snatch the keys, it snaps you. Like a
Nick,
stealth fighter.
The Manhattan Transfer is a Grammy Award-winning jazz vocal group founded in 1969 that has explored a cappella, vocalese, swing, standards, Brazilian jazz, rhythm and blues, and pop music.
Ooh.
Their members include Janice Siegel, Cheryl Benteen,
No idea.
Alan Paul,
Never heard of.
Tim Hauser.
Nothing.
Past members, and also Trist Curlis.
Absolutely nothing. Got nothing.
Excuse me. Current lineup is Alan Paul, Janice Siegel, Cheryl Benteen, and Trist Curlis. Past members: Tim Hauser, Laurel Massey, Erin Dickens, Gene Pastilli, Marty Nelson, and Pat Rosalia.
Pat Rosalia. You, sir, have a fine name.
Okay.
Can I trust him, though?
No, he got hit by acid and now he's all messed up.
Pat Rasidlia. So what songs have they done? Have they
I
done
don't
anything
know. I'm just looking now and I'm not seeing anything I recognise.
Grammy Award winning. What songs they
Produced the hit Twilight Zone / Twilight Tone, a song based on the TV series The Twilight Zone, including an impersonation of Rod Serling's narration.
Ooh, how fun. You can do that in a cappella because you're all talking.
Oh, this will become relevant later in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean. The album Extensions featured a cover of Birdland, an instrumental by the jazz fusion group Weather Report, with lyrics by John Hendricks of Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross.
Wait, there are lyrics to Birdland? And they're not just... I'm not doing that again. I can't do it again.
The group won another Grammy for Best Jazz Vocal Performance, duo or group, for its rendition of Route 66. The song was featured on the soundtrack to the Burt Reynolds film Sharky's Machine.
I think I can pretty safely say I've never heard anything these guys have done.
Well, Nick, Sharky's Machine is a 1981 neo-noir action thriller.
Tell me more. Who's in it?
Burt Reynolds.
I never saw this coming. Who else?
Vittorio Gassman.
Who?
Vittorio Gassman.
Okay.
Brian Keith. Charles Durning.
Sure.
Earl Holliman.
Absolutely.
Bernie Casey.
Absolutely.
Henry Silva.
Sure.
Daryl Hickman.
Oh, I know that name. I don't.
Richard Libertini.
Uh-huh.
Rachel Ward.
Rachel Ward. Rachel Ward sounds familiar.
Yep, it sure does. Next, on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, we follow his scent lines through the walls of the prison to...
Jotaro and Jolene.
Yeah, you'll pay for robbing me of the one who was my rock, he says.
And then we get an angry face of him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Jolene is holding a cigarette lighter up to the sprinkler system
like the fire alarm
with
thing.
her Stone Ocean strings to make the sprinklers turn on and discombobulate Manhattan Transfer. But it doesn't work, because when Jotaro looks closer with his special eyes, Manhattan Transfer is dodging every single droplet of water.
He's detecting the air currents and then dodging the water.
It's not bamboozled at all.
It's, in fact, stronger than before.
Sure.
If anything.
Because now they're all wet.
Yeah, now they've daredeviled it.
Now they're going to get pneumonia.
That's the one thing you don't want to get in prison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or COVID-19.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
The baseball boy is outside.
Still no idea why he exists.
Talking through the barred window of the visitation room that Jolene came through, being like, "Move the base of the pillar," and Jolene kicks it away after some conversation, and there's a big secret tunnel there.
And Jojo is all like, "I'm not going down that
It
stupid
seems to
tunnel.
be a passage.
I ain't going down there. I'm staying right here where I know I'm safe."
Maybe it leads to the sewer or the vent. It may lead us outside. Let's go, Jolene.
And
he says.
Jolene's all like, "Oh wait, does he say let's go?" I thought he said
He's the one pushing to go, but they notice Manhattan Transfer going out the little window, and Jotaro's like, "It's going to snipe us," and
Jolene's like,
no, it's going to kill the baseball boy.
"I need to save the baseball boy. He loves baseball, and I am an American."
He loves baseball, I assume, on account of how he's wearing those baseball clothes.
We can only assume
2 days in a row.
He loves baseball clothes, but hates the sport.
He grabbed this arm of mine.
He gave me this bone.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know what
This
it
precious
does.
bone that I cherish.
Not like you, Jotaro.
You
I
just
don't
gave
cherish
me
you
a
at all.
stupid arrowhead that gave me magical powers.
You gave me a bad childhood, Jotaro.
Yeah.
You never gave me a bone. Where was my bone?
Winter's Bone.
Wait, is that the name of...
That's something. That's like a book or something.
Hi, welcome to Winter's Bone, the only health podcast about winter and bones.
About winter and erectile dysfunction.
If you want to not get winter's bone, the new hot term for erectile dysfunction, consider eating bones in winter.
I'm gonna kill John Gallier, she says. And Jotaro says, "Good grief."
So then Jolene just walks out and is all like, "I gotta find that boy."
Oh, the guards are coming. Oh, look, there's a secret passage behind this big fire hydrant.
Why there's no fire hydrant there? Only America knows.
And she follows the boy. God, I know the boy's name, so it's really hard not to say it.
This boy, he confuses me so much. But yeah, she follows him
She's
down.
like, "You there, boy."
"Boy, eat the pennies, base boy."
Close your heart to it, boy.
"But father, I don't know if I can do it."
Jotaro's like, "Man, this is bad. Our stands are only good for defense right now. Too dangerous."
And then a guard comes in and is like, "Hey, you can't be in here. You're an adult."
And he stops time and just disappears.
And then the guard's like, "Go what?"
What? But I was just looking at him. And as Jolene's crawling through the tunnel here, there's still those drops of condensation forming on it. A subtle touch you may not notice unless you're looking for it.
Yeah. So she goes down. Everything's really blurry.
It's like a big,
dark.
it's like the ventilation, air conditioning control room or whatever.
The boiler room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like pipes of water and all these air ducts.
And it's really condensing everywhere. There's like a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Just as I thought, it's chasing the boy. But there's no windows down here. And the smart boy is going into a water pipe. He'll be underwater, so there's no airflow. And also in a pipe, so there's no windows. What a smart boy.
What a genius baseball boy.
But then bullets start to shoot out the screws on the pipe. And John Gallier is shooting through the ventilation fan.
How? No one fucking knows. It's impressive, don't get me wrong, but goddamn.
John Gallier then explains how he's doing it.
So how does he do it, Liam?
Well, Nick, the bullet drops 9.5 centimeters while airborne, and there's a slight ocean breeze of 3.2 meters per second, so the bullet will drift 4.2 centimeters to the left.
Okay.
Therefore, the fact that there's a route through the air vent,
Yeah, the vent.
and accounting for these variables, he can shoot where he wants.
And then it reflects off of his stand
Yeah.
and hits the bolts.
Yep. Jolene shoots out all her threads, and John Gallier's like, "She followed the boy? Threads! I can kill her now!" And he goes to shoot her, and it's framed in a cool way where we think he does, because it's like the bullet passes behind her head
And then
in profile.
it's all
And
like
it's all like
red.
grey, and the bullet line is a streak of red.
And then he's like, "Gotcha."
But Jolene broke a gas pipe immediately upon getting into the room, which interfered with the airflow, because gas is like lighter than air.
Is it though?
That's what she says.
Alright.
Therefore, it's true.
And so it messed with its detection.
Yeah. This is one of the earlier instances of Jolene just putting herself in immense physical danger just to defeat an opponent.
Just being like, "Yeah, I'm in prison. I got nothing left to lose."
I'm inhaling so much gas right now.
I know. I legitimately thought the next part where things get a bit wacky was just her.
Just a gas
yeah,
hallucination.
just gas. Because Jotaro's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just gas."
So she's got Manhattan Transfer in yet, and she does a big punch, and John Gallier explodes in blood, but it doesn't really matter. Moving on.
Baseball boy's there like, "Hey, I can't help you right now." And Jolene's like, but you have to help me. You
gave me this bone.
Look at that. I cherish and love this bone. I care
It
for
looks
it every
like a
day."
bone. What's going on?
And
I can't tell you anything more yet. And then Jotaro's there, and he's like, this smell, is this your doing?
and she's like, hell yeah, I beat up that fucking
My
punk.
dad asking me if I just farted.
The smell. Is this your doing? Is this your doing, Snake? Did you do this? Ah, Snake. The battlefield is filled with many smells, but none as
Do
obtrusive.
you think smells can bloom on the battlefield? So Jolene keeps seeing John Gallier skulking in the shadows with his sniper rifle. And Jotaro's like, I don't believe you. That's not logically possible. And no one would have a power that can defy the logic of him being 200 meters away.
Yeah, no one can stop time and move.
Or just be really fast. Or have some sort of teleport power.
That's ridiculous, Jolene. That's ridiculous. Don't be stupid, alright? Everything's fine now.
And then she says, no, he's up there in the vent. And he says, okay, I believe you. And then
Punches the vent,
punches the pipe.
which then alights from a spark.
Yep. And all the gas explodes up into the vent.
A fiery body falls?
Yep.
Or a fiery item burns?
We get our first of several, significant drip shots.
Yeah. And it's really weird because the music starts playing and then abruptly stops.
Yeah.
And he's all like, alright, what else we gotta do here, Jolene?
I'm looking for the boy. What boy? There is no boy.
There's no boy here.
You just came down here.
And then
What secret passage? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know how crazy you sound right now?
And Jolene's like, hang on a second.
Wait a minute. Have I inhaled too much gas, or are you gaslighting me?
Both. I just blew up that gas. So then Jolene's like, hang on. You don't have your bullet wound from before.
Yeah. And he's like, and who's John Gallier?
And where's my bullet wound?
Yeah.
And where am I right now?
Who are you?
I didn't come here.
And he's getting damp. There's damp appearing on his shoulders.
Just wet
Yeah.
resin.
And he's just emanating ominous katakana.
And Jolene's like, oh no.
No bullet wounds. No bullet wounds on me. And this man isn't John Gallier at all. It's the prison guard I beat up.
What the fuck is going on?
His head isn't even injured from when he got shot. What?
And then realization shot. One of her eyes is a different color.
Yeah, everything is covered. It starts to be covered in goop.
And
And it's oozing out of Jotaro's bullet wound that is back.
the baseball boy is there being like, you have to wake up.
You mustn't go into the visitation room, Jolie.
Fate worse than death.
Ooh.
Metal Gear.
Wait a minute. Remember when I got uncuffed? Curious. And then the whole room melts away like that Microsoft Pipes screensaver.
You know what really distresses me about this is that we both know exactly what we're talking about. Anyone who's 25 or younger will just be like, the fuck are you talking about? They wouldn't understand.
Well, I'm right.
Yeah, you are correct though. It all starts melting away like so many dreams that we have. And then there's a pool of blood on the floor.
The pool of blood from her hand because she cut herself on that bone.
And then she wakes up. Her hands are cuffed.
They're both sitting at the table in the visitation room and the prison guy is lying on the floor, so she still beat him up, and everyone's covered in waxy goop.
This is very Junji
Waxy
Ito.
CG goop.
And they're just they're all kind of falling asleep.
Jolene's sort of taking stock of the situation. She's like, there's that photo of John Gallier, so that happened. So all the stuff with the hitchhiker conspiracy really happened. So when I tried to leave the room, I was uncuffed. So was that then? No, I'm still sitting at the table. So it must have been while I was sitting at the table. So we've never been outside the visitation room. In other words, the last 20 minutes of the episode didn't happen.
So then, what about his stand?
Didn't exist. Nor did the secret passage.
But all of this melting away must be real, right?
The boy who gave me the bone was real because I have the bone.
And it cut me, which is why I'm awake.
Yeah.
But my hand is melting very slowly in this goop, and I need to deal with it.
So this ability must be John Gallier's real ability.
Ah. Alright, I'll wake up Jotaro.
She tries to shoot at some string, but she's too weak, it doesn't work.
And she's all like, shit, and I'm falling asleep as well.
I'm getting sleepy again.
I gotta wake up.
I gotta get out of the visitation room.
There's no way out. She tries to bring Stone Ocean out.
Stone Free.
Stone Free out, and then
End of episode.
to be continued.
Oh my god.
We are very short today.
It's fine.
So,
Not a lot happened in this one of consequence.
yeah, literally, the whole thing was a hallucination that didn't matter.
As I said at the start, Jolene still did some cool stuff with the gas. She thought she was making those decisions, so it still informs her character.
But
But, like, did the cutaways to John Gallier happen?
I don't know. Well,
Or
given
was
that-
she just imagining what he was up to?
I mean, I assume that's what to make like sense of the dream. You sometimes will cut away to things, you know, where like because if you're in a dream, it's not always like first
Snake
person,
eater.
is it? Yeah. Wait, what?
Still in her dream? Snake eater?
Ooh, snake eater. Dun 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 dun.
You having fun?
The heat is destroying my brain. It's just like Jolene. I'm getting very sleepy very quickly.
Well, Nick, what was your highlight this episode?
My highlight would probably have to be oh yikes.
Well, I know mine.
Okay.
Mine is a stylistic highlight. I really liked that one shot of where it momentarily looked like Jolene got shot in the head. It's just like the cinematography there.
Very
was
nice.
Really good. The color grading. I don't know terms. What do you want from me? It's hot.
I reckon my favorite, my highlight would probably have to be Jotaro being like, "What the fuck are you talking about?
Who's John Gallier?
What the hell's going on? Are you
Do
crazy?"
you know how? Do you know how crazy you sound right now?
Yeah, it's just because I legitimately thought, oh, because she's high on gas, but like,
But she
yeah.
was high on evil goop instead.
Oh, the classic. It's the classic gotcha moment. Low light.
Got gooper madness.
My low light is actually gonna be, right? My fucking low light, okay, is gonna be the goop, right? Just waking up to the goop. Like, the reveal of that was...
Sinister ooze.
Yeah, the reveal of that was a bit lame, and all the effects of the goop are a bit lame. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess we're in Goop Town now. Because it reminds me of the Power Rangers movie with the guy...
Ivan Ooze.
Yeah, Ivan Ooze. It reminds me of him, right? Where he's like this all-powerful being, and the goop is terrifying as a kid. But then it's just like...
Am I thinking of that? Am I thinking of Ivan Ooze, or am I thinking of a villain from the,
Let me check with my PowerPoint.
I want to say Canadian children's television series Ghost Writer, where there was a ghost who could communicate through letters. And I think that that had an episode where there was a villain made of bubblegum who
Okay.
wrapped up one of the cast in bubblegum tentacles and pulled her to her lair, and she had to try and chew through the bubblegum.
Ghost Writer. A group of teens solves neighborhood crimes and mysteries in New York with the help of a spirit who can only communicate through writing.
Yep, that's what I said.
But nothing yet about the...
Hang on, go back. Season 3, episode 12, Attack of the Slime
Attack
Monster.
of the Slime Monster. Hang on. Season 3, episode 11, Attack of the Slime Monster. Season 3, episode 10, Attack of the Slime Monster. Season 3... This goes for 4 episodes. 4 days of the cockatoo. Okay. This is some weird shit. But I think you might be right.
But we digress. You were talking about Ivan Ooze.
I was talking about Ivan Ooze, right? Ivan Ooze, I think if we looked at him now...
I once won tickets to that movie on Agro's Cartoon Connection.
No! To the Power Rangers movie?
Yeah.
What?
The only children's cartoon show hosted by a
Notable racist.
notable racist and modified modified animal muppet.
Oh my god.
Agro.
Jesus. Ivan Ooze Power Rangers, or, born 1992, Ivan Ooze, an Australian rapper, songwriter, and musician. He first became known for
So what
his
you're
vocal
saying
videos.
is there's a chance that one day we'll have a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure villain called Ivan Ooze.
I really hope we do. Ivan Ooze, he's our age. His birth name is Benjamin Townsend.
Same.
He's a singer-rapper from 2015 onwards. Let's visit his website.
No, we don't need to do that.
I'm sorry,
Instead, you
then
can
what-
tell me what your lowlight is.
Oh, my lowlight's the ooze.
Okay.
It's the reveal of the ooze. It's like, it's fine, but it's... Oh my god, he's playing so many shows.
My lowlight is that I think it's a real shame to lose the sniper battle. That was the first half of this episode. Like, Jolene
yeah.
made some good plays in that. It was
Yeah.
interesting to find the secret network of tunnels beneath the prison.
I mean, we all had it. Let's be real. We all had that moment where it's like, yeah, this is cool. Like, we got it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
still
cool when Jotaro set that guy into flames.
So Ivan Ooze was a
Shut
pirate
up.
6,000 years ago until he was imprisoned in an egg-shaped hyperlock chamber by Zordon and a small group of young warriors who presumably were the precursors
The precogs.
to the modern Power Rangers. How interesting. There are a lot of villains in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
And that's not even getting into the other Power Rangers.
Oh, God.
Like Power Rangers Time Force, Power Rangers Samurai 1. Power Rangers Ninja 1. Power Rangers Celtic Knights.
Apparently, he was most he was most angered by the boredom of his lengthy imprisonment. I'm shocked.
Just like Jolene Cujo.
I was going to say anti-vaxxers. I'm surprised they haven't been like, Ivan Ooze was right. Ivan Ooze was right. And then remembering that he was being forced to miss several disasters throughout Earth's history, such as the Black Death.
Give me your phone.
Yeah, take that. This is all real. This is all real shit.
Historical documents.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of a certain Yakuza who spent years in prison.
Oh, God, give me back my phone. God damn it. But we all love him. And the second one.
Yeah, those two guys with the same backstory.
Not the third one. The third one was not good. I can't remember who the third one was.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Neither do I. That's the beauty of Yakuza. There's enough that I can say that and it's still
I suppose Saejima did too. Makes you think.
It really does. Maybe the justice system
Nick,
isn't right.
what do you think will happen next time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Given that
We got Goop.
we got Goop, we've still maybe got a sniper at large.
Okay, can he snipe in the first place?
We'll have to find out.
Yeah. Because we know John Gallier exists.
Yep.
But I don't know if he
I think Jotaro said he was a sniper in his backstory that he communicated.
But did he go blind or was he blind? You know?
He's got cataracts, Jotaro said. He's got severe cataracts.
Yeah, but did he have severe cataracts?
Look, things that Jotaro told us in that explanation can be assumed to be true. Because
Okay.
that happened before things kicked off.
Yeah, but okay, so my question now, right?
Did he get his cataracts cured?
Ooh, that photo, 1 day old. 1 day is enough time to get your cataracts out and snipe some motherfuckers.
John Gallier was actually paroled 2 days ago. He's entirely reformed.
And then Jotaro is like, we need to kill him. And the guard is like, no, he's good now.
He's not even here.
I mean, Jesus, he's out. He's been out for like 7 hours.
He's a productive member of society.
What?
He's a judge now.
He's a ghost rider.
He's a Power Ranger.
He's a fucking Power Ranger.
You think you can take him on, Jotaro? He's a fucking Power Ranger. He's gonna get a fucking Megazord and kill you.
Lord Zed over there? He's done with him. That's it.
In addition, Nick, the baseball boy remains at large.
Who is the baseball
What
boy?
will happen next time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean, Episode 5, entitled Prisoner of Love.
No, that's not the real title.
Prisoner of Love.
Oh my god. So
indeed.
all right. There's three ways this could go.
There are.
One is that so the first one is that Jolene stays awake, Jotaro remains asleep. Yeah?
Okay.
So then Jolene has to figure out how to get out of the ooze. I think she's probably just going to be like stone free, just wipe off the ooze. Chained Kong, a prisoner of war.
I'm just showing Nick pictures on my phone.
The heat has truly destroyed us. Okay, so I reckon she'll punch off the ooze, like, you know, aura.
That's how you solve your problems.
Exactly.
When all you've got is a punchy stand, everything looks like a thing to be punched.
The fact that you have a stand that punches things implies things can be punched. And that's all that really matters in this world.
Doesn't it?
See, it's hard because, like, if she gets out, more ooze is going to drip on her.
Will it?
Well, I mean, definitely. It's not, well...
Is the ooze entirely localized to...
within this room.
Yeah.
Well, like, if it's already in this room, and it happened once, it's going to happen again, right? Like, how much ooze does it take to fall you into a sweet, seductive slumber?
And you call it Manhattan Transfer, despite the fact that it's obviously a prisoner of love.
Yes.
May I see it? You're already in the dream.
We never had steamed hams. So...
I thought you said we were having steamed clams. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know how
Who's
dumb...
Superintendent Chalmers?
Well, then you just wake up at the front of his house, like...
Covered in ooze.
What? But Superintendent Chalmers... But we're here right now, and I'm falling asleep again. So she has to aura off the ooze, right?
Yep, sure.
But I reckon...
But what of Jotaro Kujo?
Okay, so my first bifurcation, if you will...
The first time the telltale route split.
Yep. Is either Jotaro will get woken up by similar aura means.
She's going to punch him real hard.
Yep. Or not. And I reckon Baseball Boy is going to come and be like, don't wake up
Here's
anyone
another
else.
bone that I have.
Yeah, something like, don't wake up anyone else in there.
Oh, it gets stronger the more people are awake.
Ooh, what? How does that work?
I don't know.
Oh. So then she'll like...
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, baby.
Yeah, so
Doesn't even
she'll
make sense.
She'll punch her way out, and then she'll have to escape from the room, either by punching.
She's got to escape from the room, so she needs to turn over all of the chairs to find the combination to the first lockbox, which has the key for the second hidden lockbox.
I was going to say,
to open that, you've got to figure out how many keys are on the ring of the prison guard.
yeah, and then it all just becomes one big escape room nightmare.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Where at the end you're just like, but a Caesar cipher is in every escape room. It can't be that simple, but it is.
But it is.
And you never thought about it.
And I do it again.
Goodbye. So I reckon she's not gonna wake up Jotaro.
Okay.
Because she's gonna be like, fuck you, Dad.
Sisters are doing it for themselves.
Exactly. She's gonna try and find like a key from the guard, unlock the door,
And the cuffs.
and Baseball Boy will still be in the bin, being like,
This is where I live.
yeah, it's like, hey,
I'm the little garbage boy.
listen, you need to do this thing. Hey, prisoner, and then throws like cigarettes into the bin, and the bin boy's like,
Oh boy, now I can eat.
oh, sweet, beautiful,
Sweet
filters.
nicotine.
Oh, I crave it. Ever since I've been in this prison. So she will get the keys, but how's she going to get to the men's prison to beat up John Gallier?
String?
Well, she can't do the same thing that she did to the
Quest?
lawyer,
Oh, okay.
where it's like she gets the string and then waits for him to drive like far enough away, right? She can't do that unless she does.
What if she...
In fact, she probably will.
What if she reverse engineers his sniping route and sends a
Which may or may not be real.
single strand of string?
Like a
hole.
detective style. Oh, this is where the
Yeah,
bullet...
yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of it is murder. The other end than usual, I mean.
It's a reverse detective. So maybe, possibly, I don't know. But I mean, she doesn't even know where he is.
Nah.
So
She knows he's in the men's prison.
is that even true? Did
yeah.
we get far enough into that?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So if he's in the men's prison, maybe she can just feel around for like,
Men.
yeah, and just be like, well, this man isn't him. This man isn't him.
She has seen a picture of him.
True, but she can't see him. Like, she has no means of seeing
She's
him.
blind because of her cataract.
Which have been going for a while.
Okay, well,
I have no idea
Nick,
beyond
what
that
of
point.
the baseball boy?
Baseball Boy will still be in the bin and will be like, hey, I'm glad you're alive. You know, I could have told you the whole time anything you wanted to know.
And Nick, what will happen in the story after John Gallier is defeated?
Well, Jotaro's there now,
Yep.
so he'll probably be like, now listen very closely to me. I came to save you from that guy, but also I'll come back later.
Oh, is it like, now that I've been here and seen the prison, I need you to stay inside and solve this problem?
Maybe, I think? Or maybe just like, listen, the bit about me breaking you out isn't real.
Prison would be good for you, I think.
No, it'll just be like, I don't go against the law, man. I was in prison and it did me wonders.
I'm a marine biologist now. Maybe if you stay in prison, a dolphin-themed prison, you will be too one day. And then we can finally connect emotionally.
And then Jolene will be all like,
Okay,
you know what, Dad?
you're right.
That sounds good.
Reformative justice is the way to go.
Jesus.
The prison industrial complex is a good thing, she will say and turn to the camera.
We should fund the private system.
Private for-profit prisons are the true...
Gun poke from
yeah,
the side.
yeah.
Say the line. They're good for the country and say it and the economy. I don't know. It's weird to me because he's in a prison that far away. Jolene doesn't know where he is, and Jotaro can't just walk in there and be like, "I'm gonna kill him." Like,
Why not?
well, I mean, he's probably not going to get a visitation from him,
Nick,
right?
he's a marine biologist. He can go wherever he wants.
He can dive underground like a street shark.
Oh, doctor, please, right this way.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to resolve this.
Okay, well, we'll find out next time on JoJo's World, this podcast. Still sticking with the old song for a little while, because I assume with all his housing going on, Nick has not had time to work on the new one. But one
Correct.
day, it will.
Yeah, one day I will be able to get another song happening. Who knows when? Because good God.
Nobody knows when, nobody knows how. But someday, Milk Juice will release another song. But until that day, to be continued.